Let's move on to UEFA Champions League. Obviously, we have 4 games this week, 2 games on Tuesday and 2 games on Wednesday. Do you want to go through them?
Sure. I mean, we got Arsenal versus Bayern Munich coming up.
Ooh, that's
Obviously, it's a mouth-watering matchup in itself. Porto versus Malaga. We have Galatasaray versus Schalke, and Milan versus Barcelona. What matchup are you looking forward to most?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a really tough one.
There's some good football.
It's. I'll tell you this. Can I at least pick one from each day?
Please.
Can I at least do that? Or can I at least pick 3 out of the 4, or something like that?
Yeah.
Give me something to work with, because this is way too much. This is way too much football in one paper for me to handle. I'm sorry. Let's start with Tuesday. Arsenal match up against Bayern Munich. Oh, it's gonna be a good game. I'm speechless at it, because you have Bayern Munich, who are playing phenomenal football and seem to have been playing phenomenal football ever since they lost to Chelsea in the UEFA Champions League final. That's a different matchup. We won't even get into that. And you have Arsenal, who just lost to Blackburn Rovers 1-0.
So what is the predicted outcome that you have for this game?
All right, let's put it this way. I have, due to the fact that Arsenal are home, I'm gonna go with the 2-0 win.
2-0 for Arsenal.
No, not Arsenal. Yeah. Arsenal's gonna lose. Arsenal's gonna lose.
Well, you
to
started
Munich.
off Arsenal at home, obviously. I mean, I expect them to bounce back a little bit from their Blackburn loss. I mean,
you expect it.
Wenger's too much of a great coach to obviously lose 2 in a row in an embarrassing fashion.
You expect it, but I'm just going with. I think also you could put the fact that like the team that they put up on Saturday was rather a weak team compared to the team that's going to play tomorrow.
Sure.
Yes.
And obviously that plays a big factor. But I mean, this is a team that has a lot of star power, and I mean, obviously, I don't think that they're going to lose quite the way they did.
Usually, due to the fact that these games are 2 ties, at home and away, I'm going to go more graciously and say that Arsenal are going to play better at home than anything else. So I think if I can retract the 2-0 score, I think I'm going with a draw. At the very least, that's me leaning towards the Arsenal side. That's me choosing to believe that Arsenal are not going to have a phenomenal game compared to what they showed on the pitch in 90 minutes on Saturday. That's with me going with a 1-1 draw.
A 1-1 draw. Okay, so it's not going to be a scoreless folly here.
It's going to be a tough game, but I do see averaging out the 2 games. I have Bayern Munich making it through by a score of 3-1.
Okay. Okay.
But it's gonna be really good football, and anybody who enjoys football ought to watch it.
Well, keeping with the trend of never picking draws here on primetime football, I actually see a 2-0 victory for Bayern Munich. Yeah, I mean, I think that Arsenal is going to bounce back, and the play obviously will step up, but Bayern Munich is playing the best football.
I just don't see.
Right
I don't see like. Bayern Munich have stars that like are playing at top level right now. They have like Ribéry, they have Robin, they have a lot of players. I just don't see anybody that's doing it for Arsenal consistently every single day. They don't have that right now. The closest person I have is Walcott, and he's a striker. I mean, some teams flourish with the one player being in the middle.
Santi Carlos. I mean,
he hasn't.
He has flashes of greatness,
yes,
and obviously he's a very good young player, and he's a centerpiece of that offense. But I mean, compared to Ian Robin, like you said,
all I can hope for as a spectator is both teams, whoever they put in the 11, are in the top form, and if that happens, if both teams show up, it's going to be a phenomenal game. It's going to be a high-scoring, phenomenal game.
That's a big if.
It's a really big if. The next game that happens, actually, it's going to happen on Wednesday, is Barcelona versus AC Milan.
AC Milan, and we all know that they have recently been in the headlines because of the recent signing of Mario Balotelli, the Italian striker. Obviously, he makes this team, he gives them an extra dimension. He makes this team a championship-quality team. Do you think they'll beat Barcelona?
That's a tough one. I don't think so. I think it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a 3. Over the last couple of years that they've met, the games have always been action-packed, a lot of goals, and you can expect to see that this time around, coming around. But the fact that, like, I think you mentioned Mario Balotelli, I don't think he's going to play. I don't think, because I think it's cup tied because City were eliminated in the UEFA Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
You think he won't get minutes that game?
No, I don't, because I think there's stipulations. The stipulations, the fact that you can only play so many cup ties in a calendar year. That's why most players don't like switching to they don't like the January. That's why most players don't like switching the January transfer window. But
I'd forgotten about that rule.
I have high hopes for AC Milan, but I just don't have them winning against Barcelona.
Well, Barcelona is a prime form team right now, and obviously they're the best team, arguably in the world, besides in a country playing for countries.
I mean, to be honest with you, if they can stop Messi like Chelsea did last year, that's the last I'm talking about it. But if they can stop like Chelsea did last year, they have a chance. But that's the thing. I mean, Barcelona can hit you with so many different attackers from so many different angles, because they have Iniesta. They have actually Puyol's injured; he's not going to be playing. They have Iniesta. If you stop Messi, you have to worry about Iniesta, and there's a lot of talent in Barcelona, and that's it. I can't see it happening. I'll go with if I have to pick a scoreline, I can go with 2-1.
2-1 Barcelona.
On the low side, and if it's a high scoring game, I'll go with 3-2, but with Barcelona still winning.
I don't see any more than 4 goals in this game. I'll say 3-1 Barcelona, but my heart tells me it'll be a 2-1 Barcelona victory. I give AC Milan a lot of credit. They've stepped up in a lot of ways, and they're playing prime football right now.
We'll see what happens.